For our next loft visit, we come to Oldbury to see the pigeons of Bobby Walton. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, Keith. Welcome to Oldbury.
How long have you been in sport?
For over 30 years now.
Yeah, what's your circumstances of starting up?
My uncle used to keep pigeons, and when I was a kid, my gran used to encourage me into the pigeon pen, and my uncle gave me a couple of tumblers to start with, and I've had pigeons ever since.
Yeah.
Never been without them.
What's one or two of your best performances?
1970 I had a good performance, only bird on the day from L'Oreal, which was 555 mile, which is the only time it's ever been done in the Black Country Social Circuit, which at the time was the Midlands Specialist Club. Another good performance was 1996 when I had two in the first 10. I was 5th open and 8th open in the National Flying Club from Nantes.
Brilliant.
With a brother and sister.
How far did you fly from Nantes?
362 miles.
Yeah, it's a good performance.
And the same hen that was second section 5th open in 1997 last year, she won the section from Saints, again in the National Flying Club. She was first section 10th open, and that hen herself, she's won £3,000 on her own.
What sort of racing do you like best?
Channel racing, national racing.
National, yeah. Was that National Flying Club?
National Flying Club and the Midlands National Flying Club.
Yeah.
This is my Blue White Fly 10. She's a 94 pigeon. In 95 as a yearling, she was second section, 5th open in the Nantes National, with approximately 10,000 pigeons. The following year she was 5th section, 21st open, again the Nantes National. And then in 1997 she was first section, 10th open, Saints in the National Flying Club.
Beautiful, brilliant hen, mate. What system was she raced on in, Bob?
At Nantes she was raced separated in both Nantes Nationals. I pair her up, she's paired up at the moment, and then I separate them, and then I repair her for a particular race that I want. But both times in the Nantes National she'd been sent as a widowhood hen, you could say.
Yeah. What system you race your birds on in, Bob?
Basically widowhood, with the addition of 6 hens I race. Sometimes I race widowhood, but then for the particular race, as I've said to you before, I'll pair them up and I'll send them sitting.
Yeah. How many pairs of old birds you got?
I race about 50 widowhood cocks and 6 hens.
Yeah. How many races do they get? Do they start at the beginning and end at the end?
I've got 36, three teams of 12 widowhood cocks, which I race in 3 domestic clubs, and then the rest are channel pigeons, so I've got like 14, 15.
Yeah. When do you pair up?
I pair the stock pigeons in December. I've got a round of early youngsters which are on the darter system now, but then the racers I'll pair up later. Pair the hens up in March and the cocks up about the 24th of February. This is the channel pigeons, but the inland pigeons I pair just before the Blackpool show normally, which is about the 12th of January.
Yeah. Do you break down?
Only on a Saturday.
Yeah.
What I find is, I've tried both systems. I've tried breaking down and I've tried not breaking down, and what I find, if you do break them down, they don't fly, and then if you don't break them down, they will fly. So neither one is, to me, and it has got any advantage over the other.
No.
They've both got the pluses, they've both got the minuses.
Yeah. Do you show the hens before they go to race?
Yes, yes I do on a Friday. Especially with the yearlings, I'm not so bothered about the older cocks.
No. How about on the Saturday when they return?
Yes, the hens are always there. And sometimes I'll leave anything up to an hour, 2 hours, and occasionally I'll even leave them overnight if I don't want the pigeons. If there's a channel race the following week and I don't want the cocks for that race, then I'll leave them overnight.
Yeah.
So thereby they've got sort of 2 weeks to the next race.
Do you beef the corn up for long distance?
Sorry?
Do you beef the corn up for long distance?
Yes, I do. I feed a heavy mixture anyway.
Yeah.
I think these Belgian mixtures need added protein.
Yeah, a bit of guts put in it.
Yeah. I don't think they're not heavy enough for our channel programme.
This is seen inside one of Bob's Widowhood sections. It's very clean and it contains 6 nest boxes.
This is a good racing cock. He's already won 6 firsts. He's top Bromsgrove fed, and he's won every year from a youngster. As a youngster, he was 2nd open in the Van Robay Open, and he's won approximately £2,000.
Yeah. What system has he raced on?
He's purely Widowhood.
Yeah. And what farm is he?
Here again, he's mostly the Wildermersh fielder bloodlines. He's a grandson of the fielder.
Yeah, it's a beautiful cock, isn't he, Bob?
Yes, he's an exceptional
And it's
pigeon.
all inland.
Yes, all inland. He's got 2 brothers here, and between the 3 of them, they've won 16 firsts and 4 first feds.
Brilliant
Sorry,
racing.
3 first feds.
This is the wonderful view from Bobby's patio. I must say he's got a fantastic setup. Bob has 2 stock sections and each section contains 12 nest boxes, and the inmates go out on a nice wire flight for a bath and some fresh air. What families you keep then, Bob?
I've got basically 2 inland families, and they're Wildermersh, which are through a pigeon called the Fielder. I bought the Fielder from Dickie Waters some years ago. He was an old pigeon when I bought him, but it was the best money that I'll ever spent.
Yeah.
Every generation, his children, his grandchildren, great-grandchildren, have thrown nothing but winners since 1989 now. And the other family, as I keep, is Vandenbosch, Janssen Vandenbosch pigeons, but they're a more recent introduction, but the signs are very promising. They are through Brian Ferris pigeons of Bristol.
Yeah.
This is another good racer. He's an actual RPR award winner. He's paired at the moment to the hen that was first section last year in the Science National. But he got beat in the Midlands National from Nance as a yearling. He got beat on a decimal. He finished 2nd section, 2nd open in the Midlands National from Nance. He's also been 7th section, 9th open Angling, Midlands National. He's won the Fed Wrens. He's won from inland at Weymouth, and he got several other good national performances in both the national and the Midland National.
Yeah. What family is he in, Bob?
He's bred by a good friend of mine, Les Dunn, and he's through the Mott Pigeons, Andre Mott,
Oh yeah.
with a touch of Workman and Misty Lady.
What system was he raced on?
He was racing Widowhood. He's always raced Widowhood. But he's a good racer, but he's also proving to be an excellent breeder as well.
Bobby has 3 sections for his young birds, and this section contains his oldest babies. How many babies do you breed each season in, Bob?
Between 80 and 100.
Yeah, and you got them on the darkness system?
I flew the darkness system 2 years ago. So I've got my reservations about it, about not as young birds, but were there any good afterwards.
Yeah.
So I've put about 48 on this year.
Yeah.
But I shan't put any additional youngsters on the darkness.
No.
I think it's a wonderful way to fly youngsters.
Yeah.
But
long term, you're not sure about.
Far from convinced.
No. Do you pair your babies up?
Cocks. I usually pair cocks to old hens.
Yeah. Do you tend to race the young hens more because of Widowhood?
I do race young hens, but I've done well in the Young Bird National with hens, but then again I've also done well with cocks. So.
Yeah. Do you tend to save them though because the cocks for Widowhood?
No, I've always found my best pigeons, old birds, were good young birds.
Yeah. How about feeding your babies?
I use Van Rowe corn. They've got a young bird mixture, junior GT I think it's called.
Yeah.
And the droppings are always perfect on that, so I think that's a good yardstick. The droppings tell you everything.
Yeah.
And overnight they have a heavier mixture.
Yeah. How about training your babies?
I like to train them every day from Worcester.
Yeah, how far's that?
They fly probably 18, 19 mile. But when we come to the longer races, the national races, then they have 1 or 2 ups down at Bristol, which is probably 70 or 80 mile. This is an 89 cock of my old Leclerc family again. He's a smashing pigeon. He's been first Nance, first Saints, and 3rd section, 4th Open, Lebanon in the Midlands National. Those are his main performances. He's got several other minor performances.
What system was he raced on then, Bob?
Here again, Widowhood, purely
Yeah.
Widowhood.
Yeah.
It's 530 odd mile, I think it was, from Lebanon. But here again, he's got a similar eye to the 2nd Open cock, and through these family of pigeons, it's a dual purpose eye. They'll both breed and race.
What sort of type of pigeon do you like when you're picking out stock birds in, Bobby?
Well, as I stated earlier on, I've got a particular type that I like. That's one that just nestles in your hand and drops. You don't have to hold it, it just lies balanced in your hand.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 different types of wing for inland racing and channel racing. I like a long wing with the fore end flights very thin for channel racing. The end flight as long as possible. And totally opposite for inland, a shorter, sharper back wing.
The fantastic lofts of Bobby Walton of Oldbury.